There are my notes. For this assignment, we were asked to choose an important person in our life and talk about the interpersonal communications we have within that relationship. So for me, I decided to choose my mom. My mom is the most important person in my family, as she is the one person that has given me a baseline of how to be a person. She's the one that raised me, that fed me, but she's also the one that showed me how to be a good friend and how to be a person who fights for what she wants and not expects it to be given to her. To dive into this more, I'm going to be using the resources of The Communication Age, Connecting and Engaging, the 3rd edition, healthline.com, and verywellmind.com. I will be discussing the topics of why interpersonal communication is important and go further into detail as to why I chose to speak about my mom. Now, why is interpersonal communication important? Interpersonal communication is how we naturally connect with other people. It's how we speak to one another with kindness or with a seriousness. It's how we interact with people outside of our own family. It's the relationships we have with grocery store clerks, to our neighbors. Interpersonal communication is the basis of human decency. And by that I mean it is the listening and basically the golden rule of communication. It is also essential for our physical and emotional happiness. And with that being said, my mom and I's relationship was mainly based of us being the only women in our family, in our direct family. With that fact, growing up, I wasn't very open with her. I was more closed off with her than I was with my dad. Mainly because, I don't know, moms weren't cool. She was the one. She was more similar to me than anything, and I did not like that. But as growing up, I've realized that it wasn't the fact that she was the only other female. It was because we were overstepping each other's boundaries way back in elementary school even. And as we grew up with each other, we both have established a set of boundaries that we both expect each other to listen to. For example, if my mom and dad are fighting, I set the boundary that I do not wish to know about the fight. I don't want to be stuck in the middle. I don't want to be hearing one side and not the other. And vice versa, if I'm having a fight with my brothers, she doesn't want to hear just the biased version of my views of the fight. She's important to me because she cannot get around all that much and all that well anymore. So she has had to sacrifice a lot in order to raise us. But despite all of that, despite not being able to walk and get around as well as she used to be able to, she still manages to get up to Chadron, which is 4 hours away from home, to help me move in and to just be there for me anytime I need her. This doesn't fully capture why she's important to me, but I hope this did a good explanation of it.